Hello, Terezie.
Hello, Natalia.
Well, thank you for agreeing to come and have this short conversation with me, where I would love you to share your experience about our work together. I know that there has been quite a profound journey, quite a profound experience for you. And I would love to ask you just a few questions so that you could share the transformation that happened and yes, and the state that you discovered within yourself in this time of our working together.
Thank you, Natalia. Thank you for having this conversation because I really feel that it's important for people to hear how their life can change when they work with you. It's life-changing, and I so much feel deeply that it just goes beyond the level of now this is an inside joke, like a person beyond the wanting to transform, because it ultimately touches the whole humanity. It does. And it's not the empty words that one changes and other changes. It's the fact. It's the truth which cannot be explained otherwise. And it's also the kind of truth that I feel now after this transformation, that it's just bigger than personal me. It's bigger than self. So working with you has brought me personal transformation, yes, into more pure consciousness, but it got me out of the cycle of basically being desperate to be fulfilled. I was longing all life to come to that place of finding peace. Basically, it was, now I understand, it was, I wanted to find the peace within me. And this wanting to find peace was shown outside as, oh, maybe this job will be better, or when I travel to that place, or get this holiday, get this car, if I gain this or gain that, things, this whole, the emptiness, not the desired emptiness of being empty of the ego, but the emptiness, the feeling of something is missing within me, will be filled. And what I came to understood when working with you is that you cannot find it in the outside world. Nothing can fill that hole in you. And because you already are whole, with W at the beginning. So it was such a profound, I'm going to say awakening. But again, when I'm saying awakening, it's another point which I would like to mention, that before that, I was thinking that the awakening will go like this and it will feel like that. It will bring something to me. I will finally find this peace. But again, it's not that. It's truly transformational experience that cannot be described in the words, but at the same time can be very deeply felt in your practical life.
Yes, yes, that's true. Nothing really matters unless it's experientially realized and lived in daily practical life. And that's why the whole point of this work is, as I say, grounding in truth, so that so that you reduce the distractions of your mind, of your conditioning, of your tendencies, and come to that place where you are living in truth, as truth in your daily life.
Yes.
Now, is there any point, anything that you want to say how it is different from what you were experiencing before? Because I know there are a lot of teachings there, and I know you have been doing a lot of inner work, yeah, for 20 years, you said, didn't you? So how is that different from what you have experienced before?
It's very different in terms of simply seeing the change in practical life, in everyday life. And I must say, I could feel the change within a couple of weeks of when we started, or immediately, basically, I would say. It's just suddenly you realize that some things and issues that you were so you are trying to heal or clear or solve, they are just gone. It's like I would call it, it's a miracle or magic, but maybe it's not the right words, but really it's a miracle in a way, which I was just in awe how this works, but at the same time it feels so natural, because part of me, like, maybe one day I realized, oh, this is not happening to me anymore. You know, because these issues are the problems, the concerns, they are suddenly gone. And it becomes so natural that you even, in fact, I don't want to say you don't notice, but it's just so smooth that you become more relaxed, more open, more one flow with life. The stress is gone in a great way. And for me, the biggest change when I truly felt I'm grounded, and this is something that, oh my God, reality has changed, basically, was that I suddenly felt that I'm complete and I don't need to search for anything. And I knew that I don't need anything. It was such a, like, wow. But the peaceful, the peace, and being just completely rich inside. It's just this richness, and like knowing that everything is really in its place within you already, all the time. It has always been there, of course, but I had a different illusion before that it's not, but it is. And that was so profound. And it's just beyond words. The gratefulness that I feel towards this journey with you. And I know that anyone who comes to your world to experience that will have no shorter experience than me. I know it will change their life. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you so much, Terezie. It's so beautiful to be free of that pressure that you still need to improve something, or you still need to get somewhere, or you still need to heal something, right? The pressure of that is taking you out of your true place of taking you out from being. Yeah, and especially when it comes to wealth, when people are searching for wealth outside, trying to feel that emptiness, as you said, by getting all the wealth in, outside to feel good about themselves or to feel rich within themselves. Whereas it's not really how things work. Whereas when you come to the place of wealth, true wealth within yourself, then you can effortlessly express that wealth and create those wealth in your outside world. Yeah, so it's a totally different action.
So different, and I'm curious why why is this not, you know, more known, like the work that you do? Because as you said, I've been working on myself, you know, to get better, to improve, to reach, to finally come to that place, but it wasn't working. It really took me 20 years. It was a journey, and I know, as you say, like most of the healing systems or coaches or modalities, they always try to get you from place A to place B, like, and this keeps you in this loop of basically feeling that it's never done, that the work is never done, and you are never, "Oh, one more step and then I will be there." But and this actually put me into like a complete, into a place where I just couldn't go any further. I felt like my mind is going to explode. And it was the time when I found you. Well, I found you before, but I was resisting the change. And this is also part of the process. Like your ego is trying to hold until the very last moment, to keep control over your life. But I at the same time I felt I cannot go like this anymore, because it was like, really, I thought like I'm gonna go crazy. This cannot be my life. I knew something was very wrong with the way how I was perceiving life, that always is something wrong. Yeah. And there is always something to attain. And it was like a crazy hunt for a golden treasure outside, which was meanwhile already present within me. But that could only be experienced when you help me to get into completely different state of this pure consciousness, as you call it.
Yeah, beautiful. It's so beautiful. And yes, and the reason why we are having this conversation is for more people to hear about that and to really discover that there is a different way. There is a truly transformational, and it's not just words that everyone is using to put transformational. It's truly transforming your consciousness. It's a radical transformation of consciousness. You can say that, where your you are transformed. There is nothing old that remains. It's totally transformed. You are reborn. You can say that. And you really start to live being filled with the treasures that are that have always been inside you.
Yes. And you cannot describe that. It's the feeling of wholeness that is just priceless, and it's so liberating. And as you also mentioned, the creative part, like your true creativity, which for me as a creative, it's so important to really be expressing genuinely my true, not self. Yes. And I know that this was greatly constricted and like restricted before that experience, before the transformation, because through the layers of all the illusionary, like, or what I thought was real, what is the reality, which was imposing on the real, on the realness or the beingness, it really distracted me from letting my creative genius, if you call it like that, to come through me and do what I love and be truly, you know, it's not about this is the thing. Even if you are doing the service for others, or if you are creative, or you can be teacher, healer, whatever, you can do whatever, yes, but it doesn't bring you fulfillment. Before I was thinking, oh, I'm being creative because it brings me fulfillment. But again, this is also something that many people think I have to do what I love, because otherwise it's not gonna fulfill me. But this is also an illusion in a way, because all you want is basically to be free in your expression. And being free in your expression means that you move, you transform those layers that are imposed on you, the thoughts, the ego, that you help me to move, so that I can fully express myself. And I'm not doing it because I want to be fulfilled. Yes, I'm doing it because it brings me joy, simply. And I think this is also a great example of the real practical life results after working with you.
This is very beautiful. Yes, that is the way how most of us have been conditioned to live, that we need to do something to be fulfilled. Whereas when you are truly fulfilled by embodying really the truth of what you are, then your creative genius, it's the creative genius of life that works through your body, creating just the things in pure love and pure joy, where you're not really looking to get something like fulfillment, for example, right? It just pours out of you. It's just coming from the depths of you, and it's just so naturally and effortlessly is expressed. So and then it reaches the hearts of people. So it's a totally different way of operation that you experience again as your daily living reality.
Yes. And I can't forget to mention, of course, the changes that I also feel in like a private life, within the partnership, of clearing some illusions that I had before. So I must say, being more in peace with everything. It's just part of this transformation. So I think everybody should experience that. I know that who is ready and who wants to, who feels attracted to you, they will come. And this really, the words cannot explain really, and the work really touches. I know it might sound cliche, but it touches the whole humanity. This is what I could say. It's not, these words are not exaggerating. It's true.
It is true, because see, what you said is very important, because when you are in order, yeah, when you are in peace, in order within yourself, then you are in order with the totality of life, with everything. And then all areas of your life come into harmony, come into order, and are elevated to a different dimension of your potentiality. Yeah, rather than trying to manage your life and create order by dividing your life, which is how we are conditioned again to perceive that. We are coming into totally different dimension where you as life are bringing that immense harmony, peace, and order, and elevate and amplify all areas of your life. So you come that in that beautiful harmony with a totality. And you're rightly saying that this transformation that you went through, it's not just for you. Of course, it will take your life into a different dimension, but it's also this transformation impacts the whole of humanity, because our consciousness is one, right? So you transforming that layers of the personal identity or ego is in itself an impact to the consciousness of humanity, and that applies to everyone, right? So that your transformation into what you were born to be, into the truth of what you are, or as I call it, into your highest embodiment, is truly the greatest gift that you can give to the world. Yeah, because you start living and bringing something truly worthwhile to the world. Yeah, truly, something truly beautiful, something that comes from the right place, from the place of fulfillment, from the place of richness, from the place of love, right?
Love, it's another dimension. It's when I truly felt what this love in true means. I must say it was so completely different from what we perceive or we are taught to perceive or we think is love in, let's say, emotional way. And it's just, again, beyond words, and everybody should experience that. So I'm just blessed to that I could be in your presence and undergo this beautiful transformation under your guidance.
Thank you so much, Terezie. Yeah, truly, the embodying the state of love and living it is, it's so profound, and I'm so happy that it happened to you, and that you start experientially living that, right? Living that richness, living love, living that intelligence, living that immense creative genius. And I'm sure that the more you start to unfold, the more of that treasures will start to unfold, the more beauty and just wonderful and worthwhile things you are going to create in your life, not only for yourself, but also for touching other human beings. And I'm sure that's gonna happen for you, because your life is now in a totally different dimension.
It is. Thank you so much for those beautiful words.
Thank you so much, my love. Thank you so much for agreeing to have this conversation and to sharing some of your journey with the others, so that they can hear from your experience of what it is, and the beauty and the profundity of the transformational impact that is possible. It is possible for each and every human who is ready for that. Is there anything else, Terezie, that you want to share just before we close?
I think everything was said. And again, one thing that I want to pinpoint is that the practical integration that is so important. I know that this is the biggest change which I felt was in practical life, and this is how I think that will help other people so much, because I know that so many people are frustrated, again, that they are going to different teachers or trying different systems, but they just don't see the change in practical life. But the change here is so visible, and you can feel it immediately in your life. And this is, I think, the greatest, I would say, advantage, but it's not the right word.
Yeah, it's the difference that this work is making compared to everything that is available, and my teachings and the work that I do is the focused on grounding in truth. So this is the impact that I'm making, to make people live this in daily life. Yeah, because I know there are a lot of systems, a lot of teachers that are that are pointing you into this dimension, but then there is, I am truth, I am infinity, but then how do I run my business? You see?
Yes,
Or
because
how do I build my relation? I'm infinity, how do I build my relationship? So, and this is the big gap that this teaching is bringing, basically, that it grounds you so that you operate as pure consciousness in your business, in your relationship, in being a mother, in your creative activity, in whatever you are practically doing in daily life.
yes, and it's important to talk about it, and I'm glad we are talking about it, and that's why I also thought it's important to say it, because sometimes people may not, at the initial point, understand it very deeply. If you talk about pure consciousness or how is it to be in the rich beingness, it's for some people it may be hard to understand, but that's why I wanted to really explain it in practical examples, what impact this has in your practical life. And that's why everybody should be doing it, because they really feel that impact and the total transformation and just vast and limitless possibilities that open up.
Yes, and not just as an idea in your mind, right? Being limitless as an idea, or infinite possibilities as the idea, because there are no infinite possibilities in a limited consciousness. That's that's the point that I
Yes.
want to get across, which probably people still don't get, that they think that they can be infinite in personal consciousness. No, no, no. For infinity, you need to enter a different dimension that is beyond your personal consciousness, beyond your egoic identity, yeah, beyond your personal self. And that's where all the treasures that we are talking about are. They are in the dimension of your being. Yeah, so that's a totally different dimension.
Yes.
Yeah. Terezie, just the final words, that the last point, that if someone is watching and they just they want to hear that, they to make a step and do this work, and any last points that you want to say to someone that is ready but just wants to hear that to make the next step. What was that for you? Because I know you, as you said, you resisted it for for quite some.
To be honest, Natalia, I just felt I'm ready to make the move. So follow your body, follow your inner compass,
In a
inner move. Yeah, because you will. I was pulled towards you, and I know for the second time it was not. I was not held back anymore by the ego as before. So I'm sure that people who are meant to come to you or who are considering, it will happen anyway, like sooner or later. But I advise do it sooner.
Yes, because it's just like you are entering a different reality, and the sooner that you make that step, it's just it takes to make the first step. And when you make that, then you just entering a whole new dimension. And it's not just words, it truly is a whole new dimension of potentiality for you as a being, as a human being, and for all areas of your life.
Yes, I can only agree to that from my own living experience.
And that's what matters. That's the reality that you live. That's what matters. Terezie, once again, thank you so much for having this conversation with me. And if you listen to this video, and if you want to make a first step and apply for one-to-one mentorship or for a group program, you have the link below, and you can do that. And you can always contact me if you have any questions about this work or about the different opportunities that I offer. So thank you so much for being with me, Terezie. Thank you so much for you who are watching this video. And I look forward to seeing you soon.